Hey there, beautiful earth angels, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome if you have joined me from TikTok, and welcome if you're just finding me through YouTube. Wherever you have come from, you are very welcome here, and I'm very happy to have you here. My name is Marianne, and this is Wildfire Tarot. So we were looking at... Oh, my candle's just gone out. Hold on. Okay, I've replaced it now. So what was I saying? Yes, so if you've come to me from TikTok, you already know what the main message is, but for those of you that haven't, that are just new here, the main message coming through on TikTok was that under this new moon, you, my beautiful earth angels, you are setting yourself free from the Nine of Swords energy, from stagnation, from being in your head, being in your emotions, being stuck at home, possibly just ruminating over things, just kind of having to process a lot of stuff that you have gone through. When this new moon energy rolls in, you are releasing that, essentially. You are, because you're gaining, that's why we've got the Six of Wands here, that's victory over this. So you're letting that go. That's what's happening for you under the new moon. And you're being kind of refreshed, recharged. You're going to feel that. You're going to feel that energy roll in, and you're going to feel different, and you're going to feel more confident. I feel like whatever's been going on emotionally for you, whatever this retrograde period has brought up, it's kind of left you feeling a bit like not your usual happy self, you know. It's been a bit tricky and a bit murky, and we don't like to be murky, us earth people, do we? You know, we like beautiful things and comfortable things and things that make us, you know, things that are nice to look at and nice to feel and nice to see and all of that. We like all of the senses being happy, and I don't think they have been for a while, is all I'm saying. I know I can relate to that. I've had so many issues with technology, mainly. I've had some emotional stuff coming up, but mainly it's been like technological stuff, like my washing machine was broken for about a month, and then finally got it back. It worked for a week, and then it went on the blink again. So all in all, I've had like 6 weeks of just chaos with my washing machine, and the impact it has on the household when I've got 2 boys here with me is like, wow. You really start to appreciate just how much work the washing machine does and how much value it brings. Anyway, that's my little story, but it's like, yeah, I feel like you're just, you've just been in that kind of, you know, not feeling like your usual self for a long time, down in the dumps, and you're about to be lifted out of the dumps is what I'm feeling. Now, what I'm also very curious about is this devil, because this literally flew out on the floor while I was shuffling. It's in the reverse, which we like to see, because this is kind of, again, it's a kind of a victory thing over anything that is stopping us from moving forward. That's what the devil does. You know, he may be attractive, he may, you know, look nice and shiny on the outside, but what he's offering is to keep us stuck, and we don't want to be stuck. So yeah, so what I want to ask about that devil is, what exactly is this that we are releasing? And then I'm going to ask what else is coming in for you under this new moon. What are you ready to release and let go of? What obstacles might you face under this new moon energy? And any guidance that comes through at the end as well. And I'll do some guidance with the tarot and then also with my spirit animal deck and with my new angel number oracle, which is absolutely gorgeous. So let's go, guys. I'm excited to get started. So first things first, before we go into the devil, let's just dive a little bit deeper into these two. So let's find out about this Nine of Swords, which I feel is connected to the devil. The devil's kind of connecting these two anyway. What is this Nine of Swords? Oh, interesting. We've got, yeah, okay, interesting. Four of Swords and Eight of Wands. I mean, yeah, this makes perfect sense. You have been, for quite a long time, probably because of this retrograde, you have been healing through deep conversations with people from the past and situations from the past, but I feel like those conversations are mainly within yourself. Some of them may have been actual physical conversations that you've been having with people, but there's just, it's like there's been so much of it coming at you, like, oh, like, remember this thing that happened to you when you were 5 years old, and remember when this person did this to you, and remember how that all played out last year and how devastating that was, and do you remember this person that broke your heart, and then you went back to them and then they broke your heart again, and like this friend that you don't speak to anymore, and how much fun you used to have. And it's just been like constant barrage of emotional memories is what I'm feeling. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna stay at home and I'm just gonna deal with this. I'm gonna do my shadow work. I'm gonna listen to what this is trying to show me, and like, but you're just done with the shadow work now. It's just like, when does the shadow work end? Because I just don't even, I can't even move anymore. And it's like all your little routines and the things that you used to do have just gone out the door because you just had to let this stuff kind of flow through you, all these emotional memories. I can relate to this energy, I really can. And it has been tricky energy to move through with Pisces. Is it Pisces? Yes, Mercury's been retrograde in Pisces. So yeah, it's been emotional and crazy, but it's coming just before Aries season, so it is needed, but I think you're just over it, guys. And I don't blame you. So that's what the Nine of Swords is about. It makes complete sense. And what's this victory? How have we got victory coming through? Okay, Page of Pentacles. Anything else? I think, you know, the victory is that you you're kind of like, I'm okay on my own. That's the vibe I'm getting. Because that page is, you know, she is out there on her own. But she's quite happy, you know. I think you're finally getting to that point. Yeah. And then you've got the Seven of Cups coming out as well. So your victory over all of this emotional turmoil that you've been going through is that as this new moon energy rolls through, you're just coming to this realization that you've actually got so many options now. It's like you've worked through all this stuff. You've done all the shadow work around all these experiences and situations, and you know what they mean for you. You know why they had to happen the way they did. You understand yourself and the people involved on a much deeper level. And so now you're like actually able to, because you've done all of that, you're able to now be free to choose differently is what I'm feeling. And that's the victory. And you also realize that you've got so many more options now. Because of all this work that you've done, because of all these things that you've been through and these experiences, now you get to try new things. You get to go out on your own and you get to try new things. What new things are you going to try? I just want to see. I do get a sense of nervousness. But look, I've got the Ace of Pentacles coming out when I'm asking what new things. So I'm feeling like you feel more empowered to try things that scare you a little bit. You know, I said he's looking nervous, but it's also like, it's like, oh, maybe there's this feeling of like, well, maybe I could just try this one. I've always thought that I've always been a little bit nervous about looking under here and seeing what this would mean. But now you're not. I feel like you've empowered yourself through the work that you've done to go out on your own and be okay with feeling a little bit nervous and doing something different and being this student, the page energy again. And this new thing that perhaps this is like an idea you had of something you wanted to try. It could be a hobby, it could be a project, it could be a completely different kind of career even. Or maybe, I don't know, just something like random, like you always wanted to learn how to play the bagpipes or, I don't know, build your own table. I'm just making stuff up, but you kind of were too nervous to try it because you thought you wouldn't be able to handle it, is what I'm feeling. But so you've had these opportunities presented to you before. People have come to you with opportunities and they've been like, oh, why don't we do this? And I think you'd be really good at doing this. And you've always said no in the past because you haven't felt like comfortable being in that energy of doing something new. You just wanted to carry on doing the things that you felt confident in, that you were sure about, that you've done 1,000 times over, so you know that you're good at them. But now you're like, actually, but I am strong enough now. I know that I can hold this. I know that I can keep this thing going and make it grow because I am more stable in myself and I'm okay with not always being on top of my game. In fact, I know that it's good to start from this level again because that's where growth happens. That's what I'm feeling. So it's just like there's a version of you emerging from all the darkness and turmoil and emotions and staying at home all the time and shadow work. There's a new, fresh version of you emerging who is okay with being a little bit more vulnerable, I guess, and being open to being the student rather than the teacher and learning something new. So I love that, guys. I'm just going to put those to one side for now. We're going to have a look at Mr. Devil in the reverse. He is in the reverse. So I think this is part of the next question. What are you ready to release? And this will tie in with what we were talking about. Ooh. Oh my God. No. I always second guess myself when they just come out so quickly. But look, how perfect. Karma, Justice, and the Queen of Wands. What are we releasing? Having to be this. You know, having to be this confident Queen of Wands. And Justice, Karma. I always see this as a Karma card. I need to ask more about that. But I do feel you are, whoever's watching this, releasing the need to always be on top of our game, to always be the one that's in charge, in control. I don't mean like that you're not going to be in charge. I just mean that you're open to being in an energy where you're receiving guidance or you're receiving help and support and you're learning a new skill, rather than, you know, because she's here, she's like, I can just make fire with my hand. So that's like her party trick, you know, and you've been doing it for so long and you're really good at it now, and it's just, you can do it without even thinking, which is great. Which is super cool. But you know, there's so much more to life. There's so many more things that you could learn, and if you can do that, it's like you're kind of noticing, like, well, if I can do that, then what more can I do? So you're releasing this. This is the devil that you're releasing. The need to feel like that. It's like it's okay to just enjoy the process of learning. And it's justice for you. Because I think for so long, I think you've been carrying, I think you may have been in situations where you were in charge, and I think you felt a lot of weight from that, from being that person who's leading everybody, who's teaching everybody, who's offering your services, your gifts, whatever work you do, whatever service you do in the world. You've been doing that for such a long time that it's actually a really beautiful release for you. It's such a relief to feel that you don't have to do that all of the time. It's the release of performance, of needing to perform. Not that you were performing, but there was this feeling of like, you felt like everybody needed you, and you felt like you always had to be on top of your game to be there for everyone. And this was coming through in the water signs message as well, actually. It's this feeling of like, actually, it's great that you can be good at something and that you can help people and provide a service and entertainment, and that people look up to you, and that people are inspired by you, by your confidence, by your glow, by your magnetism. That's beautiful. That's not going anywhere, but you're releasing the need to always be that. Again, this came out in the water signs reading. And that's justice for you, because you deserve to not always have to be in this energy. You get to be in the page energy sometimes too. You get to learn, you get to have fun, you get to try new things, you get to have an experience where somebody else is leading you through something. And that doesn't take away from your confidence. It doesn't take away from your power, is what I'm feeling. It's beautiful, guys. You're like, it's okay. I can just, sometimes I can take a back seat. It's not diminishing my power. And that's a real, it's interesting because, you know, with the, is it the North Node? I'm not an astrologer, but there's something happening where we're shifting into a Leo and Aquarius axis energy. I think it's the North Node is happening soon. And that Leo Aquarius energy is very much about, yes, being in our own personal power and our own confidence and our own goals and our own path, but also being part of a collective. That's the Aquarius side of things, and, you know, giving to others. And so that's kind of aligning with what I'm saying there. Anyways, so this is what you're ready to release. You're going to come into your authenticity. You're going to allow yourself to be in different energy. And it's going to be a relief. What obstacles might you face? Oh, that one popped out. Page of Cups. What obstacles might you face in this energy? Page of Cups. Not feeling good enough, really, isn't it? 9 of Wands, resistance. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this other side of me. Oh, gosh, what? Okay, those two came out together, so we'll take them. I'm going to just overlap just so that you can see. So this is your obstacle, guys. We've got Nine of Wands, Page of Cups, Three of Swords, Magician. These two kind of came out together. Yeah. Okay. Why is the Three of Swords and the Magician here? I just want to clarify these two. I might do it with a different deck, actually. These two I understand. So we've got Page of Cups, Nine of Wands. This is, you know, your obstacle is like you don't like not feeling good enough, okay? You don't like having to put somebody else up here in the sky on a pedestal. You've worked really hard to be in a position, to actually be in a position where you are in power. That's what I'm feeling. And to not, you know, to not put people on a pedestal and think that you're not good enough. You've worked hard to get to this place. You don't want to let that go. And you're like, well, this is an obstacle though, of course, so it's not necessarily going to happen. But this is what Spirit is saying might pop up for us. So we just need to be aware that it's there and kick it to the curb. Or just have an awareness that it might cause a bit of friction. Yeah, so it's a kind of resistance to allowing ourselves to be led. That's what I'm feeling. And what else might be an obstacle? This is the Six of Wands. Victory, transformation, over heartbreak. Ah, I know what it is. Okay. We think that if we allow somebody else to be in charge, that we might get manipulated, we might get our heart broken. And we've already had victory over that. We don't want the person in charge to have victory. Does that make sense? That's how I'm reading it. So it's almost like I was saying, we've worked so hard to be in a position of when we're in control that we might have the potential to kind of resist allowing people in to lead us, to teach us, to mentor us. That's a potential obstacle. That's really interesting. Really interesting. Okay. Right, I'm going to ask what else is coming in, and then I'll do the guidance. So what else is coming in for the lovely Earth Angels under this new moon? What can they expect? Hold on, guys. That little light has gone now too. I'm just going to pop that one on. I mean, change it. Okay, there she is, my little tulip. You can't see in the light really here, but when I got them in the shop, this one was kind of like a green colour and this one was a kind of golden colour, but they both look kind of clear in this light. So what was I asking? So what else can you expect to come in for you after you've released this expectation on yourself, this burden, this feeling like you always have to be on, you know? What can you expect to come in? A lot of shuffling. Okay, Seven of Swords, right. Interesting. This could be other people, this Seven of Swords energy. Four of Pentacles. These ones are clarifying the Seven of Swords. Yeah, I think that Seven of Swords is like somebody who thinks he's getting away with something. Well, isn't this interesting energy? Right, so we've got Four of Pentacles, holding back. I think geez, guys, this is tough. This is a tough one to read for me, I'm not going to lie. Because I think this Seven of Swords is... What's the Seven of Swords about? I'm going to pull from another deck. Who's this Seven of Swords? I feel like it's somebody, or it's people around you in reaction to you just chilling out a bit, you know. They might, I feel like they might see you like that, possibly. Oh, I had the deck upside down. Let me do that again. But it was Two of Swords first. Oh, yeah, they think, that's what it is. Yeah, I think people might, what might come in for you under this new moon is like, people might see you as hiding something. As keeping, yeah, keeping your self to yourself, keeping your satisfaction to yourself, just enjoying yourself, and not, they might see you as not being very generous. Nine of Swords in reverse, yes, so they see you as somebody, you're not bothered, you're not bothered, you're just like, you don't care. Because if you have been this Queen of Wands character, you know, always there for everybody. Let's clarify the other two. Let's clarify Four of Pentacles as well. If you have been that person, then people will notice the change and it will impact them. They'll feel a loss of something, you know, because when you allow yourself to shift your energy in whatever way, the people who are closest to you are going to notice something and they're going to interpret it how they do. And I feel like you may come across a bit of people just not understanding that, you know, and taking it, reading your shift in energy as you being almost a little bit selfish and not caring and just keeping to yourself. Knight of Wands with the Four of Pentacles, yeah. Like just being like the Knight of Wands, you know, just doing what you want. Just taking action where you want to take it. Not thinking about other people, being selfish. Well, I mean, I don't really like this for you guys, but at least it's a warning. Yeah, it's like you're giving yourself the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's just confirming what I was saying. You're giving, they think that because you're now not always on, you know, always performing, always giving them all of your energy, you know, that you're being selfish. Well, let them think that, guys, honestly. Let's ask the cards, how can you navigate this? How can you deal with this obstacle that's coming through? Let's prepare ourselves. Hanged Man, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, well, have a different perspective. They're not left out. They're fine. You haven't left anyone out. This person here is having a little hissy fit, is having a sulk. She's like, oh, how could you leave me out here alone? But look, there's the key. You know, all she needs to do is get up off her butt, get the key and open the door. So a lot of these people, they probably, the things that you've been doing for them or the energy that you've been giving them or whatever, the service that you've been providing for them, perhaps like I don't want to be mean, but I'm an earth sign as well, but perhaps the fact that you've been giving so much has actually enabled them a little bit. And when you enable people and you do too much for them, they kind of lose their own agency and they forget that actually they can do a lot of that stuff themselves. And it might not be, it could be anyone. It might be things like children, I can relate to that, where you're just like, oh, it's just easier to do it myself, even though you know that they are damn well capable of doing, whatever they need to do, getting themselves a glass of water or whatever. So how do we navigate this potential, the way that people are going to be viewing our shift in energy? We just, flip the perspective around and remember that actually they may be acting disappointed, they may be acting hurt, they may be acting left out, like, oh, how could you leave me out? Maybe it's like a needy friend and you've just always been there for them at like 2 a.m. when they're ranting about their boyfriend or whatever, and you're not doing that anymore. Well, to be quite frank, maybe they need to deal with it themselves now, and they're capable of doing that. So it's like remembering that actually what you're doing by pulling back your energy from these people or these family members or whatever, your dog, I don't know, you're actually giving them more power because you're helping them to get into a position where they can actually help themselves. And then they'll realise, oh, actually, yeah, I can do that for myself. And I know as a parent as well, it's very easy to get in that mindset of overgiving. Sorry, I'm just going to pull one more because I was doing 3 at a time. I'm trying to make it look pretty, but I'm also doing it with holding the cards there. One more. But I think we can feel the message already, can't we? Yeah. I think that when you remember that actually, friends and our family members and all of that, we're a team. We're supposed to work together. It's not about one person taking all the load and doing everything. It's about all of us working together, and that way it's more balanced and we're happier. So if we take that perspective, and if anyone's having a little sulk around us, we just remind ourselves that, that's how relationships work, especially when we're talking about family or friends. We've all got to do our own stuff and be there for each other and support each other. It's not a one-man show. That's what I'm hearing. It's not a one-man show. What is it? What's it called? A one-man band when they play all the instruments themselves. Oh, I love that concept. I think it's hilarious. Okay, we are ready for... Oh no, we're not. We're ready for the guidance. And then we'll do the oracles. Guidance with the tarot, and then we'll do the oracles. Oh, look. Knight of Pentacles. I like it. Take your time. Slow down. Don't pay attention that he's looking over there like, what are they thinking? What are they thinking about the fact that I'm now moving slowly and I'm not doing everything at 1,000,000 miles an hour for everyone? It's like, fine. Chill the F out. It's fine. Okay? We need to ground ourselves, especially in this flipping energy. Right, I'm taking like 4 salt baths a day at the moment. But we really do, okay? This is guidance. This card has come out in almost every reading I've done. 3 of Pentacles. Find the people that work well with you. Find your soul tribe. Find people that you can rely on and use them. Help each other, support each other. But people that are strong, like you are. Strong of mind, strong of body, strong of spirit. So not necessarily people that need you. This is guidance. Slow down, ground, Forget about whatever the F everyone else is thinking. Sorry, I nearly swore again. I don't think you're allowed to on YouTube. Stay connected to that calm energy of your small circle of strong people. And I'm feeling like take a lofty perspective of everything. Just, I mean, King of Swords is quite harsh. It's not really taking a lofty perspective at all, is it? It's like, cut the crap. It's cut the crap. Listen, if anyone's gonna complain at you, you know, that you're moving too slowly, that you're not doing enough, that you're not pulling your weight, that they've got this or that problem going on that they need you to fix, tell them to cut the crap, pull their socks up, pull their pants up, and get on with it. Roll their sleeves up, roll everything up, and take charge of their own life. It's not your problem. If somebody is capable of doing something for themselves, then they should do that. They should do that. And I haven't said this in the other readings, but I think with you earth signs, we can sometimes, you know, we just like everybody to be comfortable and happy, don't we? And sometimes people get used to that. But we need to recharge, guys. We really do. Okay, I've got my oracle deck now, so I'm going to pull a lovely spirit animal and I'll read from the book. These ones are so beautiful. No, it's that one. Oh my God, I love this one so much. I love the hummingbird. I really want a hummingbird tattoo. Anyways, hummingbird spirit, be here now. This is number 34. It's about kind of enjoying the moment. Just floating around and getting the sweetness out of the flowers. Okay, I've got the book now. The hummingbird's wings beat so swiftly it can hover in seeming stillness as it drinks deeply from a flower. Hummingbird spirit comes to remind you that the beauty and sweetness of life is in the eternal now, the timeless present. Oh, sorry, there's a shadow there. Here and now, you are becoming the person you wish to be, to have the experiences you wish to have. Focus your energy on the flower before you, for what you desire is being provided. Yes, there are blossoms everywhere. The choices can be dazzling. Hummingbird Spirit's message is that you have no need to go about in search of something better, for all that you require and desire is before you. You will know this as you become still, feeling your connection to Spirit, who loves you unconditionally and will always provide for you. And then there's a protection message as well. Nectar is everywhere, but Hummingbird Spirit is here to remind you that flying from flower to flower and being all over the place wastes precious energy. In the present moment, enjoying the sweetness and sustenance available to you. Focus on one flower today, just one. Nectar is there for you, and Hummingbird Spirit's message is that wherever you put your attention, there your energy flows. Are you focused on the sweetness or on finding something better somewhere else? Always yearning and feeling that life is not enough and that you are not enough. All you seek is right here, right now. Appreciate the present and you will see that you are where you need to be and enjoying what you are entitled to enjoy in this timeless and perfect moment. Ah, that is like so soothing to the nervous system, that message, and it's perfect. I love it. Okay, I'm going to pull an angel card now. Let's put you there. And we'll just fan the little angels out. I think that this one wants to come out. 808, security. Right, what have I done with the card book? Oh, it's behind me. Okay. Security. Sorry guys, I'm just opening the book. All right, I've got it. Okay, listen up. Are you maintaining an abundance mindset? Now is the time to examine your finances. Financial stability is very possible, and you may already be on that path. If not, check in on your money matters and see where you can make adjustments to create a more solid foundation. Even small changes can lead to a stronger sense of safety and security. Embrace any chance encounters that crop up around when you see this number. It may present a surprise opportunity for trust and partnership. That abundant future is attainable. And then it's got some messages about what it represents in the upright. Keeping your mind focused on abundance, making small financial changes that add up to something big, reflecting on the path behind as you move forward, and cooperation and lucky encounters. Well, I just think that's gorgeous. And I'm just going to take a little, I'm just going to put those next to each other. I'll take a little shot of those. So that's the message, guys. That's the message. We are reminded to be here now, and we are reminded to be open to abundance and just to, I guess, slow down a little bit. It's what I'm feeling, guys, and it's what the message has shown us. So, thank you so much for being here. If you've stayed this long, I'm so grateful to have you here with me. And yeah, thank you so much for your likes and your comments and all your interactions. Thank you for being here. And if you are interested, the water signs reading, I think, may also apply to you. If you've got like water placements in your chart anywhere, then it might be worth checking that one out as well, because there was a lot of overlaps in terms of the messages that were coming through, so there might be something in there for you. Otherwise, I'm going to go now, and I'm wishing you a very successful and chill new moon in Pisces tomorrow. I'm very excited for us all. I feel like there's going to be a huge shift and it's going to be awesome. So wishing you a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye.